Why you want a VX? Why you want a car costing $200,000? When that $200,000 you can put toilets in all the markets in that constituency. Town clerk wants a VX, mayor wants a VX, deputy mayor wants a VX. Whose money are you using? In that state house, I have not bought any new car. I refused.
Welcome to the channel. So, the Zambia president gave a speech in his parliament, and I'm telling you, this is the breaking of the tradition of the olden ways and going towards a new path. And Abraham Traore set the trend, and now you have other presidents following suit. And take a listen to this, and then we're going to dissect it out. Take a listen. Boom.
I'm saying things that you are now reflecting, isn't it? It happened in the last 7 years. It's not happened under your leadership. If you are one who worked in the last 7 years, you must reform. If you don't reform, don't complain when you are taken out and start saying it's tribalism. What tribalism? Man. What tribalism? It's your performance. Don't complain, reform, change. You are being transferred, some of you from one place to another. Sometimes ask a question, why am I being transferred? People are being nice to you. Otherwise, they should have removed you. This is your government. This is your government. This government loves you. This government is your partner. You are the government anyway. So change, reform. Let's stand 5,000 liter solar system, every market, anywhere in the country. Because the solar works everywhere. Where there's power, you put power. And you tell me that you are the city fathers and mothers, but there's no toilet at the market. If all you need is to put that ball plus a soakaway septic tank, what does that cost? All of that under 50,000 kwacha. Why are you using money to buy a VX for the mayor? That VX for the mayor can put toilets in all the markets in your constituency. Think along those lines. The mayor can still drive a nice car, but it doesn't have to be a VX. If you want to drive a VX, buy your own. Buy your own. Why do you want to pretend? You know that you cannot afford a VX. Why do you want to pretend? Because you are using taxpayers' money. Now you should pretend. But a decent Hilux, double cab, aircon, it's a fantastic vehicle. Why you want a VX? Why you want a car costing $200,000? When that $200,000 you can put toilets in all the markets in that constituency. Town clerk wants a VX, mayor wants a VX, deputy mayor wants a VX. Whose money are you using? In that state house, I have not bought any new car. I refused. After the 16th of August last year, the system came to me and said, Mr. President, can you sign here? Before the 24th, I'm not sworn in. I said, ni sign every paper, I'm not yet sworn in here. Sign here. $1.8 million. That near Chandalama, we ordered new vehicles. Your colleague ordered new vehicles. So now you sign because you need new vehicles. I said, why? $1.8 million for the president's vehicles? Are there no vehicles in status? They are there. Are they not moving? They are moving. Are there no wheels? They have wheels. I said, I will use those. Cancel that tender. It's cancelled. I have not bought any new vehicle because I'm conscious this is not my money.
So there you have it. The president said he came in before even his inauguration, like a day before he had to get inaugurated to be the president. they came to him with a bill for new vehicles for 1.8 million US dollars, and just to buy new vehicles for all his colleagues and for the presidential they use the presidential vehicles. But see what he said? He said no. What's wrong with the vehicles that was there before me that the other president was using and the other parliamentarians was using and all those guys? They are parked up. Are they still running? Yes. They have wheels? Yes. The engines work? Yes. So I'll use those. Why spend $1.8 million on vehicles when the shopping centers don't even have toilets? Spend the money on that. Like 10% of that money can do the, as I said, the entire area. To show you that these politicians in Africa, we cannot always blame colonization and white people for our failures at times. Sometimes it's corruption, theft. They're taking the taxpayers' money, buying fancy vehicles, as he said, V6. I forget the name of the vehicle he said that they want. Vehicles that they would not take their own money to buy, but because it's taxpayers' money, they want to just spend it to wagga wagga. Why you want a car where worth one car? What he said that these people want is $200,000. Why would you want a $200,000 vehicle when you have things to do in the country? No, this is what a president should and does for his citizens. Do not spend unnecessary money on unnecessary things for these politicians to drive around in fancy cars and AC while the country suffers. And these are the things that's happening in multiple countries in Africa. They are not putting the people first. They are thinking about upgrading themselves, getting the most fancy cars, buying big houses. Corruption is a thing we have to address when it comes down to African countries. There are a few African presidents that's actually doing the work and cutting down on corruption and making sure the country is supposed to run the way it's supposed to run. There's a few of them, so I'm not gonna say, but it's starting to change because of what Abraham Traore proved what can be done when you are for the people. And then with what Abraham Traore has done, he didn't have to do no campaigning, no ads, nothing. The citizens of Burkina Faso demanded he stay in power for the next 5 years. The citizens demanded it, not he. So if you're president of any country, if you tend to the people's need, you don't need to have um your town hall meetings. You don't need to do any campaigning because what the people recognize what you have done and they will keep you in power to continue the trajectory of putting the country in a brighter future. That's what this Zambian president is doing. And what he's saying is if you have been there for the past 7 years and you not done anything for the country, you deserve to be voted out. But when you prove your worth, then people make you stay there and continue the work. Because what? You're doing what you're put there for, not to enrich yourself, not to enrich your family and your colleagues and your children. No, it is to look after the citizens. I'm not saying they should not get paid. Yes, you should get paid, but not these monstrous, unnecessary salaries that's putting a strain on the government coffers. No, that's why I respect the new Zambian president for what he's doing. Well, it's a new. He's not like new, but he have a term already, so he's his second term. But he's doing what is needed. He also um s- um pay off all his creditors and restructure our debt to almost get it paid off. So he does not. I think the Chinese he's paying 1% interest on the loan from the Chinese, which is unheard of. 1% that they pay on a loan, that's almost unheard of. That's the kind of people we need in power to make sure the countries are running better than they was, not worse or same as the status quo from back then. And it's happening not fast enough, but I appreciate the fact that it's happening slowly but surely and gradually. You have more and more presidents stepping up for the African continent and for the countries and stop make people label us as corrupted continent or thieves and all of this. That's coming to an end because the younger generation is not having it. We're having more younger and younger presidents, And these presidents are presidents of the time we're living in, not this old school mentality that they have that we must be like the Americans, back at the new vehicles, fancy houses, fancy clothes, expensive things. No, those days are done. Now it's time to work for the people, and then the country can one a rising tide rise all ships. Which means a country that has good has that a country that has have good economy, the citizens become prosperous. You have a middle class that grows, and then that's how a country becomes prosperous by having a strong middle class. Anyway, so let me know what you think about what this president has done, what he's saying, and what he refuses to do in parliament and for his colleagues by buying new vehicles that cost 20,000 each and spending $1.8 million and getting new vehicles for when they already have vehicles there that they just want to change and get a newer model. What a sense. Anyway, hit me in the comment section as always. Tell a friend, tell a friend, like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Boom.